Oh, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Whisky411. I should say welcome to Whisky411. We are relaunching, as I'm sure you've noticed. So, for those of you who know me and have been in the know, this is not the video I promised you. This is not the droid you were looking for, and sorry about that. Sorry about the confusion. This is more of a State of the Union type deal. This is a where are we at, what are we doing, where are we going, what's our kind of idea here. And you have to excuse me, just having one of those weird days where I seem to be fidgeting, so bear with me. So let's start with the simple stuff. Is we're going to be getting back to doing whiskey reviews. The goal is to release one a week for the time being. The reason for that is simply affordability. We are not sponsored by any distillery or any business or anyone. This is strictly put on by myself and funded by me and those who are gracious enough to provide various samples and such at different times. But overall, it's me. So we're going to be doing those weekly for the time being. We're also going to be doing whiskey reviews of the distilleries. So it's an idea that I had. I was sitting there one day and just kind of thinking about, the online whiskey community and what it's lacking. And I was watching a video with Daniel from the Whiskey Tribe, and he said something that kind of stuck with me, that kind of spoke to me a little bit. And he wasn't talking about anything particularly, but he said, I'm going to go and visit these craft distilleries because I don't get to do that as often as I'd like. And I realized, what? A lot of us don't get to do that. A lot of us either can't afford it or can't go do it or just simply don't have the time, the resources, whatever, to dedicate to doing that. So I thought, well, no one's really doing that, so I can do that. So I decided to bite off more than I can chew because I am the producer, the editor, the film crew, the on-air talent. And so, so we decided, well, let's start by going down to the Fort Worth area and visiting our friends Kat and Shane. They're friends of ours that we met through the Whiskey Tribe that we've become really great friends with. They're amazing, awesome people, and we love them. They are literally our brother and sister, adopted, obviously. They might even claim me if you ask them. I don't know. So we decided, hey, they're celebrating their anniversary. Let's go down and say hi and visit them and see them. And while we're down there, I said, I want to go review a distillery. I want to go visit one of these distilleries that I haven't been to, that I don't know going in what to expect. And I want to go in and I want to record sort of the different things I see, the experience. I want to take the tour and I want to review the tour and talk about the tour guides and what kind of is going on. And I want to get with them and behind the scenes and talk to them about, sort of the vision of things that they're working on, as far as they're willing to disclose. And in some cases I'll put it here, and if they ask me not to, then obviously I won't, because you got to respect that. So in the course of this, we decided, hey, let's go ahead. We were like, hey, let's try Tawakaro. Well, that was a great idea, but they moved from Grapevine, so they're much further away. They're about an hour and a half further away than where we were going to be. So that was out for this trip. So we're sitting there, and I thought, well, what about Blackland? I've never been there. I've had their whiskey, actually a few of their spirits. When we were down there for Kat and Shane's wedding, they happened to stop and pick up some bottles, and they swung by, and we enjoyed them all at the hotel while we were, hanging out. And they were good. They were enjoyable. I liked them. So I thought, hey, they're a craft distillery. They're relatively new as far as when I say new, I mean, they're one of the less known in the Texas Whiskey Trail, perhaps. But they are good. They're doing some really cool things. I didn't know this at the time, obviously, but I'm like, hey, we'll check them out while we're there. What do we have to lose? So that's what we did. So we went down there in mid-March. We went down and hung out, and we scheduled the tour. It was $30 for the tour. By the way, this is not the review of that distillery, by the way. I know that's coming, but I just wanted to give a little heads up. So we took the tour. We got to hang out with Brian Leave. He was doing our tour there. He was our tour guide. Amazing guy. We gave him a Whisky411 t-shirt. Sorry, I'm not wearing one right now. I only have prototypes, but we do plan on giving out more of those as we see you guys, and as we're out and about places. They will be available for sale and purchase. So you can support the channel in that way if that's what you want to do. We'd appreciate it. Anyway, so we decided we went, we filmed there, we did some recording, we did some talking, got some good footage, and then I got back and had to work 12-hour days, 70-hour weeks, or 12-day weeks, 70-hour weeks for the last basically month. And so it kind of got pushed aside, and that sucks, but that's life. So what's the next step? So so first of all, I am gonna edit those videos. I am gonna get that posted. But in the meantime, I wanted to touch base with you guys and say that I haven't forgotten you. That we are here. We are going to be doing some great content. We are going to be offering some various rewards. We are starting a Patreon. Our plan is my goal is to visit every distillery possible in this country that'll have us, and do a review of the distillery, of the experience, of what you could expect there, of what maybe they're working on, what's behind the scenes. My idea is I want to take you behind the scenes. I want to be your tour guide. Now, I'm not going to give away the farm on the tours. I'm not going to give you all their secrets and, hey, give you the tour, because, hey, then you wouldn't need to take it. And half the experience of going to distillery is taking the tour. Even of the distilleries I've been to, and I've been to many times, I still like to walk on the tour, because every time you learn something and you get to just see and experience it with people who haven't experienced, and that's really cool. Plus you get to pick their brains, and you get to sound like you're smarter than you are, which is always fun, So, so once again, that's coming. So in the Patreon, what are we kind of looking at here? Well, first of all, I don't know all the details. I am terrible at naming things. I'm terrible at being a salesman, oddly enough, being that I'm doing marketing videos, for lack of a better term. So I am counting on you, the subscribers, you, the watchers, you, the people who want to support what we're doing, to help me on that, to help me pick the names. Let's do this. Give me 6 tier suggestions, hopefully related. They don't have to be, but give me in the comments, list like 6 different tier suggestions from lowest to highest, so to speak. And here's what we're looking at. So I haven't figured out what we're going to do for awards and stuff. They are coming. They are planned. I do have ideas, as I said. We've got shirts designed. We've got some other merchandise designed. Haven't purchased it yet. Like I said, we are not corporate sponsored. We're not sponsored by anyone except you and YouTube, but we don't have enough viewers yet. So, hey, just you and me. And we're in this together. God, I hate that phrase now. 2 years ago, that was a good phrase. All right, so this is what I'm thinking is we're looking at like a $1 baseline. Now, that seems a little odd maybe in this world right now, but the way I look at it is this is if you want to give $1 a month to support what I'm doing here, to support the channel, then you're awesome. If that's what you can afford and you want to just be a part and support what we're doing and what I'm doing here, dude, there's no such thing as a small donation. We are grateful for every bit of support we get. So we're going to start at $1. The next year probably going to be $5, and then probably $10, and then we'll probably go to $25 and $50 and maybe $100. So we're looking at about 6 tiers. We may throw some holy shit tier like a $200 or $500 or $1,000 tier just for giggles, just because, why not? But our realistic core tiers is probably going to be 5 to 6 tiers, and that's not because of any reason other than while I do want to, obviously get as much support as possible, and I do hope that we can receive as much support as possible from you, the members of the community and the viewers. I want everyone to be able to be a part of that if they can be, if they want to be. So I want to provide as many opportunities for that. for me, maybe $20 a month or $50 a month isn't that big a deal, but to, you know, the guy next to me, maybe $1 a month is a lot. And so I want to respect that and value that, and appreciate that. So that's kind of the plan right now. Like I said, throw me some ideas in the comments. Whatever you got. There are no bad ideas. There are just ideas that I will think are dumb and will not use, but I won't tell you which ones they are. But no, really, we'll probably just take and I'll put them to a vote. So that's the first step. One of the other things is I've been building a '47 Chevy business coupe named the Rogue Runner for about 5 years now. It's a Chevy, like I said, it's '47 Chevy. It's got a 6-liter LS swap. It's got a 4L85 transmission. It's putting out like 500 horse or so. You know, so just the perfect fuel-efficient vehicle for driving all around the country. But here's my plan: is I've always wanted to do this in sort of a whiskey steampunk kind of vibes theme thing, and that's kind of where I'm going with it. But this is the beauty that I have for you guys: is part of your donations to the channel and supporting the channel, especially for those of you who are willing to support at those higher tiers and want to support at the higher tiers. That's going to help build this car. That's going to be the flagship. And when I say the flagship, that's the car we'll be driving all over the country to visit these distilleries, to enjoy these places. And if you subscribe at that tier, if you're a supporter at that tier, we're going to go ahead and do something special for you to acknowledge you, and that is we're going to put your name on a plaque of some sort in the car. So all of the supporters will be there showing their support of the channel, showing their support of making this dream a reality. Because that's what this is. This is a middle-aged guy chasing his dream at this point. Yeah, I have a job. Yeah, I do that day in, day out. And let's be honest, just like so many people, it makes me miserable a lot of days. And it is what it is. And if my employer's watching, sorry. Thankfully, I haven't told any of y'all where I work, and that may have been by design. So that's where we're at right now. So if you decide to support us, you'll get your name on the car. Obviously, like I said, a certain tier. We're going to give out T-shirts. We're going to give out swag, invites to events if we can get them. We're going to take you behind the scenes. We're going to show you, hopefully, show you parts of the whiskey world that maybe you wouldn't see as just the casual observer, the casual person visiting a distillery for the first time. Maybe we'll help you find what questions to ask and help you see how to develop and cultivate these friendships with people at these distilleries. Because I'm telling you, if you can build relationships in the whiskey world, man, they are friendships unlike any other, because they involve getting to try and experience new whiskeys with good friends, and isn't that what whiskey's all about? It's about celebrating. It's about enjoying company. Like right now, I'm enjoying a glass of Iron Root Icarus. It's the batch 2. It's a 2019 release. In my opinion, the strongest release as far as the barrel influence from the Isla cask that it was aged in. Absolutely an amazing dram. Pure corn whiskey, straight corn whiskey, but finished in Isla cask. Beautiful. And speaking of, we're gonna review Iron Root for sure. We did stop by Bent. We picked up a mug. I picked up some whiskeys from them. I did a review. I filmed that a little bit earlier. We'll be posting that probably in the next day or two. Hope maybe even tonight if I can get it edited in time. So that's where I'm headed with that. So we stopped by Bent. At the time, they weren't comfortable with us recording on premises and that sort of thing. So out of respect, we said, okay, that's cool. We're not going to do that then for now. Hopefully, I do hope if you guys are watching at Bent, I hope that you will, or if you know the guys at Bent, please tell them that, we're here to support you guys. We really are. My goal is to get the word about the craft distillers out there. I want to help. My idea. This is what I'm marketing. I'm marketing for you guys. And I'm doing it for free, kind of. So hey, So if you're doing great things, I think that deserves recognized because you guys are artists. These distillers, what they're doing, it's not cheap. It's not easy. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of time and a lot of commitment. Um, and a lot of you never know what's going to happen. And so if I can do something to help that and to help keep that going, then that's what I want to do. So that's why I talk about places like Iron Root, where I have always literally been treated like family there, always, from day one. They didn't know me from Adam, and they welcomed me, and that's how I got this bottle. In fact, that's part of why this bottle means so much to me. I got this bottle the very first time I visited them. They were nice enough to set it aside for because my friend Kat, who, once again, a relationship I developed in the whiskey community, was friends with them first and was able to convince them to set a bottle aside. And so, yeah, every once in a while I'll sip on it and enjoy this. And partly why I'm careful with it is because there aren't a lot of them. It's one of my more rare whiskeys and definitely one of the more enjoyable ones. Love it. So anyway, sorry, I do a lot of tangents. If you're new to this channel, yes, there's a lot of squirrels here. I mean, it's just squirrel, squirrel, squirrel. Anyway, so I hope that Bent will invite us back so that we can review it. If not, I do want to say up front that in spite of them not being comfortable with us recording, they were still really awesome and amazing, and the staff was lovely and amazing, and I would go back there anyway. In fact, I do plan on going back there. I don't know if I'm going to make it this next trip when I'm on my way to the Wizard Academy to take a class. But hopefully I have some extra time, so maybe I'll be able to make that happen. So we did Bent. We visited Bent. They were awesome. We visited Blackland. They were amazing. The tour was amazing. They're doing some really cool stuff. They are cutting no corners there. Once again, that is forthcoming. A lot of forthcoming stuff. This is, like I said, this is kind of just where we're at. And I'm sorry this is just taking so long, but there's a lot to get out there. So, once again, thank you for watching. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for allowing us to be a part of your whiskey quest. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to be your tour guide, your source of knowledge and information, your guy behind the scenes, your whatever, your Sherpa. I don't know. I don't have a gift for gab right now. I'm honestly just exhausted, but we're doing it. We're doing it for you, and I hope that we can live up to your expectations and provide you the content and the experience that you deserve, because none of this exists without people like you. So, cheers to you guys, and we'll see you soon. Bye.